Hey, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, as usual, before I begin with this lesson, I want to start it off by giving all the glory and infinite praise to the true and the only living powers, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakah HaKadosh. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings be to all the Akim now pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Shalom and Yahweh Shema Shai Barakathon. So I ain't got a title that I'm gonna put on this lesson yet. But what I want to get into is this video pulled up of this cat from IUIC basically breaking down the chariots. Alright, and I just want to say this, for the people out there that, still believe that, the chariots or the so-called UFOs or a conspiracy theory, the Most High is truly just gonna destroy your ass. Alright, and he's gonna do that whenever he send his son back. Point blank period, because everybody got their whole idea of, how the Lord gonna return, and he gonna return with clouds with a lamb next to him and a bunch of Edomite angels and shit. Like that's how people think it's gonna be. Alright. So when we come out, we actually break down the truth, of how Yahweh Shai is actually gonna come back and how he really gonna stun the world. People don't believe it. Alright, it's too far beyond their comprehension and shit. Alright. In they mind, they done fell for Esau, Esau deception and shit. This motherfucker came out in the 60s, whenever chariot sighting started to appear heavy, alright, which is spiritual as hell because the truth came out. The Most High brought the truth out, around, during the time of the 60s. If I'm not mistaken, it was like 1969. Alright, but what the so-called white man did was his ass basically came up with the term conspiracy theory. Alright, and he basically used that to kind of wash out anything that has some truth to it or is a truth, to basically water the shit down. And that's what they've did over the decades. Now everybody believe that it's green motherfuckers in the ships, and this is what they thinking. They thinking the chariots beaming up cows, aliens sucking blood out the cows, experimental. They done fell for Esau, damn deception and shit. Alright, so when we come out, we actually breaking it down, going into the scriptures, bringing up accounts of our forefathers actually seeing the chariots. People, they just too far gone. Alright, and this is why when Yahweh Shai do come back, Yahweh Shai, motherfuckers is gonna be astonished. Like it tell you in Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, which is what I'm gonna get into here in just a bit. Alright. When you see this nigga said, wow, what profound evidence you presented. Thank you for your highly intellectual input. You know what I mean? And the Jake, IUIC, they be going off. All right, but everything he said about the chariots was true. Brought out scriptures, broke them down and everything. Broke it down to a T. Even, even painted it in a perfect explanation, for the audience on how a cloud can't pick you up. You can fly right through a goddamn cloud. It's just a ball of gas. That's what it is. It's a ball of gas made to, to provide shade and to go around and to also, water shit. You know what I mean? Precipitation or whatever Esau call it. You know what I mean? But people think that we gonna get picked up by that. We just gonna disappear in the clouds or some shit. All right. But I'm gonna play this real quick and I'm gonna grab some scriptures.
Read. Come up hither. The voice that we gonna hear is the voice of Christ.
And this nigga said, dude, serious. Spaceship doctrine is mad crazy with a serious face.
Saying, come up hither. Go ahead. And they ascended up to the heaven in a cloud. And we're gonna descend up to heaven in a cloud. That ain't talking about a ball of gas or whatever the hell.
And it's not. All right? What people gotta understand is that everything in the scriptures ain't literal. You got metaphors, you got dark sayings, you got parables. You got a lot of things that's personified as certain other things. In the chariots, they personified as clouds, horses. Because all those things represent something. Clouds, they fly in the sky. Chariots, they up there in the sky. So our forefathers back then during that time, they ain't use the same terminology and say the same shit we say now. They're not gonna say a UFO. That's some shit Esau came up with. An unidentified flying object or aerial phenomenon. Back then, they was identified. Our forefathers knew exactly what they were. You know what I'm saying? Like when you read the account in the book of 2 Kings, the 16th chapter, I think, with Elijah and, who was it? Elijah and Obadiah, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying? Elijah, he prayed to the Most High, like, man, he lacking faith. He don't think we protected. Let him see him. And a bunch of chariots just popped up in the sky and shit. You know what I mean? The disciples, they after Yahushua gave that breakdown and all that, they seen Yahushua disappear into a whirlwind, which is a chariot what Esau called a so-called UFO. All right.
What's going on up there? Those are talking about chariots. When the Bible says cloud, it's speaking about it in a metaphorical term, not actual clouds that you see right now that you can fly right through when you're in a plane. I was on a plane today. You fly right through a cloud. That can't lift people up. That can't lift billions of people up into the air. It's talking about technology that you've never, ever seen. That's right. That you've been chasing and trying to shoot down for years, some of you. That you keep hidden from the rest of the population. The rest of the world, you keep your tapes hidden. They just...
Yup. Big facts. All right. Esau done did all type of shit on trying to cover up, you know what I'm saying, what they really is. But they know exactly what they is. This is why they got the Hubble Space Telescope, because these motherfuckers is watching to see when Yahushua come back. Like, I uploaded this video a couple years back with this Edomite that used to work for NASA. Dude had described when his ass was up there in space, or when he was looking through a fucking telescope, them powerful ones, he said it was a fucking ship in the shape of a cylinder, and he seen a big black ass, you know what I'm saying, angel. And he didn't say angel, but we know what they was, but he said he seen a black, tall, you know what I'm saying, man, you know what I'm saying, come from the back of the ship. You know what I mean? He said that the door was like, you know, he couldn't really give an estimate on it, but he said it was about like 7 feet tall. And we know that the angel shit, they taller than that. All right? It's Edomites out there, you know what I'm saying, that have seen that. Even with these different World War II pilots and shit, they'll get interviewed and they'll talk about the stuff that they'll see, orbs and all that, disappearing into the ocean and this popping up behind them and shit. What else can describe that? But see, Jake, because you other nations, this shit don't matter for you. At the end of the day, the salvation ain't for you, so you gonna see the chariots when we getting beamed up. Like I say in Baruch, the 4th chapter, you know, you seeing our affliction, but surely you gonna see our salvation. But for you blacks, Latinos, Native Americans that's still stuck on that alien shit, man, the Lord is gonna destroy your ass, man. All right.
Started releasing tapes of UFOs. They still can't comprehend it. They said they got one that's bigger than the earth. Bruh.
And you say he put the edit, bruh. But that's scriptural. You know what I'm saying? And as a matter of fact, what I want to do, I want to give a quick testimony on this vision that my younger brother had told me about. And I can't really break it down to a T. I'll run to Zach and give him a call and he can break it down for me. But basically, he was telling me that he had went outside in his vision and he said the shit felt hella real. You know what I'm saying? He remember he was scared, all that. He said he saw hella chariots, like millions of chariots in the sky. And Psalms 67 chapters say that the Lord was at the host of heaven, or tens of thousands, even thousands. And man, it's hella chariots up there. When Yahushua come back, it's gonna be hella chariots all throughout the planet Earth beaming up the elect. All right, but what topped it off, the chariot on top, you said it was one big ass chariot, like the size of the earth. You couldn't even see the end of that motherfucker. All right, and that's in the scriptures. Second is the 13th chapter, and all the righteous I'ma get it. And also Habakkuk the 3rd chapter. It said that the Most High is gonna measure the earth. Meaning the chariot gonna be that goddamn big, man. All right, and as a matter of fact, since I'm saying I gotta go get it real quick, let's get it. So this is the book of Habakkuk. Chapter 3, and I'm gonna start it on. I might as well start at verse 2. It say, "O Lord, I have heard thy speech and was afraid." You know what I mean? And when you start to hear the truth, This is supposed to put some type of fear of the Most High in you. You know what I'm saying? To drive you to repent. You know what I mean? Like I remember when I first started hearing about the chariots, I'm like, oh shit. I'm hearing about the missiles and all that. That made me put off my foul ways and shit like that. That's what it's supposed to do. Because the word the word of the Most High, it'll wash your ways away. I like to tell you in the book of Ephesians, I think it's the 6th chapter. It say, oh Lord, revive thy work in the midst of the years. In the midst of the years, make known in wrath, remember mercy, because that's what it's going to take, man. When Yahushua come back, Yahushua's going to destroy shit. The Lord ain't coming back to talk, man. The Lord is coming back on a mission. He going to deliver his elect. All right, and anybody else who not a part of the elect, you're going to be toast. Esau put out that movie War of the Worlds for a reason. When the tripods pop out the ground and shit, and they start zapping shit in the dust. They got that from the scriptures. That the chariots ain't gonna come from the ground. All right, but they gonna be zapping shit in the dust, and I'm gonna get it here in a minute. It say Yahweh came from Teman, and the Holy One from Mount Perim. Salah, his glory covered the heavens, and the earth was full of his praise, because that's the Most High the Most High gonna show his fucking power. You know what I'm saying? People look at Esau fighter jets and shit. You know what I'm saying? His Black Hawks, you know, Apaches and all that type of shit. You know, the F-107s or whatever the fuck you want to call them. They look at that and they're like, damn, that shit powerful. And it is powerful. You know what I mean? That shit'll blow a city up. Fuck, you know, tear something up. But how much more for Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua? Hey, the Most High said in 1 hour he gonna destroy this shit. The Most High topped everything off. You know what I'm saying? But the problem is, these motherfuckers put the Most High in a little ass box. You know what I'm saying? Like the Lord just can't send one chariot to just wipe this whole shit out. But that's why, when the Lord do come back, that's why the deliverance is going to be so great and so heavy. All right? Because the Most High is really going to show his power in that time, man. Technology, like the brother said, technology that you ain't never seen before. All right? And Esau know that shit. Just look up certain interviews of them talking about their accounts of the chariots and stuff like that. It say, and his brightness was as the light. He had horns coming out of his hand, and there was the hiding of his power. Right? When you go on the horns coming out of his hand, it's just talking about power. You know, power coming out of that ship. It say, before him went the pestilence, and burning coals went forth at his feet. He stood and measured the earth. Right? He measured the earth, meaning the chariot was big as the goddamn earth. He beheld and drove asunder the nations, and the everlasting mountains were scattered. The perpetual hills did bow. All right, the perpetual hills did bow. And they ain't talking about a literal hill. Literal mountains, he's just talking about different governments, because when Yahushua come back, he gonna come back and every knee gonna bow. If you don't, like the scriptures say, I forgot where exactly it is, but bring him hither and slay him before me. That's what's gonna happen. The Lord gonna come back, and the first thing he gonna do is take this goddamn white boy up out the power seat. And he gonna do that with force. Why do you think it's going to be a war in the heavens? Because all these other nations, they going to try to fight against the Lord and the angels with their technology. But that shit going to... The Lord going to step on that, man. It say, I saw the tents of Cushan in affliction, and the curtains of the land of Midian did tremble. And that's pretty much the point. And I can get into the whole chapter, but I'm trying to make this a little brief. So now I want to go to... 2nd Ezra 13. So this is the book of 2nd Ezra 13. And just 1 second, Salaki. It's been a little minute since I done got it. So this is the book of 2nd Ezra 13. In verse 1 it says, and it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night. And lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof. You know, and it's crazy because in these movies, when they show the chariots coming, they show storms and shit, man. And I remember a brother, I forgot what camp he was in, but he had gave a breakdown on this vision that he had got of Yahweh Shah coming back, and it was a heavy ass vision. I'm gonna probably have to go back and peep it, just because it was that heavy. All right, but he was saying on how whenever the chariots pulled up, it was like hurricane type of winds and shit. And I wouldn't put it past it if that would be the case, because when the chariots enter into this atmosphere, it's like another world coming here. You know, like what was it? Signals 15, it say, hey, one realm against another. You know, that shit gonna be breaking the elements. It's probably ain't no telling how that's gonna be, man. That's just gonna be something we gonna have to experience. And it say, and I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heavens. Like, once again, you know what I'm saying? This goes back to the vision that my younger brother had of the chariots. He said it was, you know, millions, thousands, and just covering the sky and shit with that one big ass chariot above him. It say, and when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that was seen under him, and whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burnt that heard his voice, like as the earth fell it when it filleth the fire. And this don't mean that Yahweh Shah literally gonna be talking and people gonna be burning and shit. And I was just talking about because he gonna come back to bring destruction, man, with that technology that he got. It say, but I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew upon it, so that he couldn't even describe it. And like I said, going back to the beginning of this lesson, what people got to understand is that back then in the ancient world, they did not talk the same that we talk. All right, they had certain slang and stuff like that you can, you know what I'm saying, see how Jake, you know, where Jake get it from and shit. But they didn't talk the same way that we talk now. All right, when he seen it, it's just big than a motherfucker. So I don't think he can be like, damn, like, is that a mountain? Like, damn, where you get that shit from? Like, big ass shit. Like, yeah, you got to see how Jake talk. All right. It say, but I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. So he know it ain't no damn mountain. He like, cause shit, if it was a mountain, I mean, I don't see it. Like, ain't no mountain over here missing and shit. I'm from over here, so I mean, it's just that damn big. It say, and after this, I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, and yes, dare fight. All right, these other nations, because Yahweh Shah gonna come back right in the middle of World War III. And so when they see him, hey, everybody gonna stop what they doing, and they gonna try to fight against, you know what I'm saying, that foreign force, so to speak. Like when these Edomites get on there and they talking about the chariots, and they say, if there is an invasion, we're gonna have to put our differences to a side and become one. They're gonna do that shit, and the Lord is gonna have the time of his life with that shit, because he said in Isaiah the 63rd chapter damn, how exactly do it go, Salaki? If I'm not mistaken, that war is in his mind, or vengeance is in his heart. There it is. So Yahweh Shah, hey, he can't wait to come back to get busy. There's many scriptures that get in there has his garment is gonna be covered in blood, all right, which is symbolic for him doing a whole lot of killing, man. It's saying, lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, all right, he see these motherfuckers trying to come and come and take over and all that, you know, shoot bombs and shit at him. You know, just trying to paint a vision for you. It said he neither lifted up his hand nor held any sword nor any instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. Call like you have about some outside, man. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and play the rest of this, and I'm gonna grab Wisdom of Solomon 5 and close it out.
It's UFOs. UFOs are what they call them, UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomenon. No. We know exactly what it is. It's the chariots of God, and your scientists and your people that work at NASA, they know what it is too.
And that's a spirit, because I ain't even hear Jake say that, but they know exactly what that is. That's why they got NASA set up. All right. And I remember I learned this a little while back, but NASA in the Hebrew, when I first came into the truth, it's matter of fact, before I came into the truth, I learned that But Nas in the Hebrew means liar and deceiver. All right, and what they deceiving your ass about? Telling you that there's other life forces, aliens, and how they able to go to Mars and all this shit. Esau pouring syrup on shit and calling it pancakes, man. And y'all falling for it. You biting it.
Chariots that's described in the Bible. You understand? Read that part again.
They heard a great voice
And
from heaven.
All right, so I'm gonna grab this last one, and I'm gonna go ahead and close it out. But this is Wisdom of Solomon 5:1, and it say, "Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors." All right, and when people see, when we actually teaching, we talking about the church and how our salvation is gonna come about, a lot of people, most of our people, they think it's bullshit. Y'all trip. You know how Jake is, man. You know what I'm saying? That shit fake. All right. They say when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. Like that vision that my little brother had, he said his ass was scared. All right. He said that he was scared, man. When Yahweh shall come back, every idle word, you gonna have to stand on that shit, man. All right. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, because Yahweh shall gonna come back in a fashion that 95% of the people, just putting an estimate out there, are not expecting him to come back in, besides Jake and the truth that know the truth, man. All right. It's saying shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation so far beyond that they look for, because when Yahweh shall come back, it's gonna be majestic. It's gonna be some shit out of this world. Motherfuckers is gonna be scared, having heart attacks, but they gonna be looking at it, they gonna be seeing the gold, the different precious minerals and stones and metals that the church is made out of. It's gonna be something out of this world. You see them spinning, lights and shit, shiny as hell, gold, metallic. It's gonna be something out of this world, man. It say, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation so far beyond that they look for. Because that's gonna be something strange, and that shit is strange. Imagine getting, beamed up in a chariot. You're getting beamed up. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna be seeing this. It's saying they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit, shall say within themselves, right? Motherfuckers are like, damn, what the fuck? They was telling the truth the whole time, bro. What the fuck? They ain't gonna know what to do. You know what I'm saying? They gonna be tripping. Like Matthew's the 24th chapter say, it's gonna be it's gonna be weeping and gnashing of teeth when the Most High leave your ass here. It say, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision. Hey, a prime example is this motherfucker who posted this. Talking crazy again. It sound crazy right now until it actually happened. It say, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a private reproach. We fools accounted his life manners, because then y'all gonna realize, like, damn, we stupid as a motherfucker, because in Revelation 10:7, if I'm not mistaken, it say that the Most High is gonna lift up that mystery, man. So when the missiles coming over here, you see the chariots and all that, you seeing Jake getting beamed up, a reality gonna set in, like, and then you gonna realize, like, damn, I was fucking up. Damn, they did tell the truth. Then you're gonna be trying to do every goddamn thing you can to get up in the chair, but none of that shit gonna work. You gonna be praying. You probably gonna see a brother standing there looking at a chair, happy than a motherfucker. You gonna try to cleave under him. That shit not gonna happen. All right? And then it say, and his end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children of the Most High, and his laud among the saints? Because right now, man, when Jake look at us, we look goofy. A motherfucker can't picture us, especially with brothers being young. Motherfuckers can't picture us actually being men of the Lord. It say, therefore have we erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness had not shined unto us, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us. And that's pretty much the point that I'm going to get on that. All right, but right now, man, Jay can talk all the shit that they want, but when Yahweh shall come back, hey, Jay going to have to eat them words, man. But, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end it, because I got to go in there and, check up on my little Yalad, man, my son. But call out Yahweh Shema Shah by Shema Kakadash. All the righteous out of the list was edifying. And then my sacrifice was acceptable in the eyes of Yahweh Shema Shah. All right, call out Yahweh Shema Shah by Shema Kakadash, Yahweh Shema Shah Brakatham, and the Bible.